Imagine a sea we respect, a sea we protect, a sea of knowledge where the waves of wisdom flow. reSEArch-EU, the European University of the Seas, is a formidable European alliance of knowledge, with our sights set on redefining the concept of higher education.
Universidad de Cádiz.
Université de Bretagne occidentale.
Christian-Albrechts-Universität zu Kiel.
Università di Gdańsk.
University of Split.
Universitatea Malta.
Università degli Studi di Napoli Partenope.
Universidade do Algarve.
Noor Universiteit.
Together, we represent coastal maritime Europe. In our alliance, we seek solutions for the world. The reSEArch-EU Lighthouse radiates optimism and hope in facing the challenges of the 21st century. We propose a peripheral way of understanding knowledge and culture, a decentralized, inclusive, diverse, and open approach that offers new perspectives for study and research. Our commitment to combating climate change, conserving biodiversity, and promoting sustainable development is as strong as the currents that cross our seas. reSEArch-EU is a versatile, multidisciplinary university, an extensive campus where students and staff can experience and embrace a different Europe. A sea brimming with opportunities for everyone to learn, travel, share, and grow. reSEArch-EU is one of the pioneers within the European Commission's initiative for European universities. reSEArch-EU was born in 2019, but we have renewed ourselves with more partners, a fresh image, and new goals.
Resilience.
Wymiana.
Flessibilità.
Excellence.
Co-creazione.
Transversalitet.
Creatività.
Inclusión.
Futuro.
We are courageous and adventurous. We sail on the seas of diversity, ideas, books, science, nature, people, heading towards collective progress, prosperity, and equality. We are committed to finding collective solutions. Ride the wave of knowledge, the wave that crosses borders and unites Europe for the world. Imagine a sea of opportunities in a super campus along the European coastline. Imagine your future at the European University of the Seas.
Good afternoon. I'm very happy to greet you and welcome you to this reSEArch-EU closing joint event. My name is David Selva. I'm an associate professor and researcher here at the University of Cádiz. And as you can imagine now, I'm going to be your master of ceremonies during this event. I have been chosen to try to make this event a bit entertaining somehow, so I'll do my best to be as nice as possible and as funny as possible, as long as my English allows it. So yeah, we're going to start with some introductions and talks, but we want you to invite at first to participate, telling us some words that you associate to different aspects connected with reSEArch-EU. So you are going to see now a QR code in just a moment. Not this. This is not a QR code. Sí, la presentación. Just a moment. This is something that happens usually live. Okay. I guess we're having some struggles there. Okay, here's the QR. So yeah, you can join to this activity with your mobile phones. And also I would like to invite the people at home which are following this event through streaming. We have an international audience here and also online. So I wanted to say this because it's like the closer I'm going to get to present and to host a Eurovision Song Contest. So yeah, let's wait a few seconds so most of you enter this activity. I guess, yeah, I still see two cell phones. Yeah, come on, come on. So yes, I think we can pass to the next. Okay. So yeah, our first question is, what comes to mind when you think about science? You can write down a word and send us. They will appear in the screen as soon as you write them down. Okay, laboratory, that's a quite technical reference here. Oh, I like truth. It's a big spot here. I think many of you are saying that truth will be a nice spot here regarding science. Research, for sure. Need for future, I think it's quite also a nice insight here. Knowledge and freedom. I think freedom appears somehow many times. There's freedom of thought also. Curiosity, that's great. Society, future, there are things are going to appear a lot during this afternoon. Power, evidence. Okay, that's really cool. Discover, service, frontier. That's quite a nice insight there. Okay, so let's go for the second question, which is, what does CEU represent to you? And continue with this word cloud. Let's see. Okay, future, ocean, opportunities, knowledge, exchange, collaboration. Okay, that's cool. I love that. Good food. And I guess you are not thinking about the kiwi. You're probably thinking about other issues. Collaborative opportunities, ocean science, sharing excellence, synergy, cooperation. We have a lot of opportunity and opportunities, and collaboration. I think that will be the core of this kind of alliance. Ocean, for sure. Knowledge, work. Coastal cities. Yeah, that's really cool. What is cross-fertilization? Wow. That's quite a specific. Lovely people, that's really cool. Okay, and let's go for the last one, which will be, in your opinion, what are the main societal challenges for the future? I think future has appeared in the two former questions. So yeah, let's talk about the future. Oh, yeah. Floating, environment, resource scarcity, understanding, inequality, climate and climate change, education, robots, hunger, like truth. I come from communication, I mean. So yeah, for me that will be really important. Real peace, collaboration, like truth. I think it's maybe, okay. Yeah, I guess climate takes an important spot here. It's climate and climate change, but there are also a lot of issues regarding environment, regarding all the environmental issues, CO2. Okay, that's really interesting. I think it's a nice abstract of all the issues we have regarding these societal challenges. So thank you very much for your collaboration. We now are going to start with all the welcome speeches from our authorities. First of all, it is the turn of the General Coordinator of the CEU Alliance, Fidel Echevarria. Yeah, good applause.
Okay. Good evening. So, dear authorities, dear colleagues from the 9 partner universities included in the CEU Alliance, also the representatives from other alliances which are with us today, from CHARM-EU, EU Connexus, and Eureka. Dear representatives of our 75 stakeholders, dear students, dear guests, dear friends, it is a pleasure for me to participate in this final event of the reSEArch-EU project and to be able to take the floor in this opening session. The reSEArch-EU project is a nested project of the Alliance EU, the European University of the Seas. So the 6 pioneer universities of CEU are part of this project, in which the main objective is to reinforce sustainable actions, resilience, cooperation, and harmonization across and by the CEU Alliance. Through this project, reSEArch-EU, the Alliance CEU has worked towards intensifying and improving its research and innovation capacities through increased resilience, sustainable and open science practices, facilitation of innovation, engagement with the stakeholders, and long-term collaborations across and beyond CEU. The reSEArch-EU project has been a perfect complement to the CEU Alliance, having covered aspects related to research and the so-called third mission, which includes all the elements of connection with society of the European Universities of the Seas, CEU. Many of the actions taken and the results obtained can be seen in the panels around and will be presented today in this final event. It is important to remember that CEU, the parent project that gives shape to the Alliance, is funded by the Erasmus Plus program, which is more focused in education, training, and mobility, for example. On the other hand, reSEArch-EU is an Horizon 2020 project. In particular, the research and innovation dimension of the alliances were attended through a call within the SWAFS program of Horizon 2020. SWAFS is a program that aims to build effective cooperation between science and society. Indeed, SWAFS is an acronym meaning science with and for society. So reSEArch-EU, which is the focus of this final event, is the SWAFS project that we got linked to the CEU Alliance. During the last 3 years, I have been in charge of the general coordination of the CEU Alliance, this European University of the Seas. It was the director, Francisco Piniella, who proposed me for this position in 2021, which I took over from my good friend, José Antonio Muñoz Cueto, our dear Chiqui. Chiqui was not only the promoter, drafter of the proposal and first general coordinator of CEU, but he also coordinated the drafting of the proposal and was the first coordinator of this reSEArch-EU project that brings us together today. So when I accepted the coordination of CEU, I was already the coordinator in Cádiz of another nested project called CEU Doc. So taking over the coordination of CEU and reSEArch-EU would have meant becoming the coordinator of 3 complex projects, which in my opinion needed a lot of energy for their implementation. This is where I suggested to the rector to find a person who could dedicate more time to the implementation of this project. This person is Laura Martín, who is here around. I'm very grateful to Laura Martín for accepting the difficult task of coordinating this reSEArch-EU project. From the very beginning, her involvement has been the highest, and it has been her, supported by all the participating universities, the main responsible for the good results achieved by this project. I would also like to thank all the participant universities for their efforts, including the 3 new universities that have joined the second stage of the CEU Alliance. A particular mention to the technicians of all the universities involved for their excellent work for the benefit of the project. We are now approaching the end of this reSEArch-EU project after 3 years of hard work. You can see the results on the panels that have been distributed in this courtyard and throughout today's session with the contribution of many of the protagonists of this beautiful adventure. It is clear that there is a logical concern about the future of the activities carried out in the reSEArch-EU project. We have been discussing it this morning at the Extended Executive Committee we have had very recently. There is a lot of effort invested that we should be able to put to good use. In this respect, and in my capacity as EU General Coordinator, I can assure that the CEU Alliance will promote the integration of the work carried out in the Horizon 2020 research project, building bridges to maintain its main activities during the implementation of the Erasmus+ CEU project. Thank you all for your presence here. I hope this final event will be fruitful, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fidel. Our second speech is a video recording by Francisco Piniella, our acting rector at the University of Cádiz. Unfortunately, regarding to personal reasons, because of personal reasons, he cannot be here with us today, but we have at least this recording.
First of all, I would like to welcome you to the final days of the project. In order to strengthen strategic partnerships across the EU among higher education institutions, the European Commission targets the emergence of European university by 2024 by funding alliances from across Europe. The ambitious mandate aims to trigger systematic, structural, and sustainable institutionalized cooperation between higher education institutions. As a complement to the European project Erasmus+, action geared towards supporting higher education cooperation models, Horizon 2020 supported the research and innovation dimension of the alliance between European universities, in line with their shared, integrated, long-term joint strategy and synergy with their educational dimension. In the CEU E+ project, the first steps have been taken to develop the joint research strategy of the Alliance. This E+ project developed several pilot action and case studies to test socio-ecological transition of the knowledge economy, building on the triple helix, knowledge, triangle, innovation core, model with the added context of societal and environmental responsibility. In order to further stimulate the development and the international dynamic of a research ecosystem, the 6 universities have co-constructed this Age 2020 SWAF proposal, reSEArch-EU. The reSEArch-EU consortium wanted to craft a coherent voice within the CEU Alliance and associated territory, confronted with common assets and problems. In that sense, partner universities have shared knowledge, co-develop innovation, and created coherence in the ecosystem. The Alliance has produced added value through European cross-national research collaboration, exploring the impact of variation in socio-economic, cultural, and political contexts, and developing initiatives and interdisciplinary research reaching the society. reSEArch-EU project reinforces and extends the CEU Erasmus+ project, sharing its vision, mission, and values in order to achieve research and innovation transformation of universities. Objectives, tasks, and methodology were chosen so that the two projects act complementary and coherently in the line with the CEU education dimension and strengthening the Alliance's long-term perspective. The management structures, quality and ethics cooperation, and dissemination plan and strategy are an extension of the ones in the CEU E+ project 1.0. reSEArch-EU has reinforced and supported the research and innovation dimension of the European University of the Seas. In line with this shared, integrated long-term strategy, in synergy with the CEU education dimension and with respect for the autonomy and diversity of partners. The reSEArch-EU approach is built upon the recognition of the importance of the following aspects of the R&I activities. For example, sustainability of university and their research practice, anti-fragility and resilience, human capital strengths, digitalization and remotization potential, transdisciplinarity and transformative change in university relations and partnership with other stakeholders, public access and public influence on science and technology, and open science and open data practice. Different challenges has been encountered by the reSEArch-EU team and by the CEU Alliance in the field of research and innovation, but these challenges have been tackled and good practice incorporated. We have had a great opportunity to build the beginning of a common research and innovation area. Now is the time of our universities, including the 3 recently incorporated universities, Algarve, Nord in Norway, and Naples Partenope, to promote tangible process and introduce change in our entities to accelerate institutional change. Thanks a lot for all the participants in this final meeting. Thank you very much. Enjoy the meeting. Enjoy Cadiz.
Many thanks to our acting rector for his words. Today we are saying goodbye to this project, but before a goodbye, there's always a hello. In the same way, as the last sentence of a book has its origin in the first page. So yes, we'll now see a video about the origin of the reSEArch-EU project with one of the key people in the development of this proposal.
reSEArch-EU is a Horizon 2020 project from the European Commission within the goal Science with and for Society for supporting the research and innovation dimension of European universities, to which the CEU Alliance applied in June 2020. 1 month later, in the 20 July 2020, we received the evaluation summary report from the European Commission, scoring as excellent or very good the 3 criteria under evaluation in this call: the excellence, the impact, and the quality and efficiency of the implementation. reSEArch-EU represented in that moment the natural extension of the CEU project to reinforce the joint research, innovation, and dissemination actions of our alliance, born 1 year before under the Erasmus program and more focused on educational and mobility aspect. However, the enthusiasm to elaborate and start this joint venture was shattered by the COVID pandemic that hit the world in the first semester of 2020. Thus, both the preparation of the reSEArch-EU proposal and its launching were greatly affected by the restriction imposed on mobility, which made it necessary to hold virtual meetings in order to build this winning proposal and start its development. The keys to the success of reSEArch-EU lay in the collaborative effort of 6 European universities that share critical analysis and best practices for crafting and developing a common multi, inter, and transdisciplinary research agenda that could contribute to sustainable development and growth in our territories. And all that involving the main actors in our society, that is academia, citizens, entrepreneurs, corporate bodies, and administrators, both in the building and developing of the project in order to grow together. I am enormously proud to have contributed to the beginnings of the reSEArch-EU project, which will soon come to a successful end. I am confident that the foundation that have been established and with the development of reSEArch-EU will find a successful continuation in the expanded and a strengthened partnership that the European University of the Seas now represents.
Well, now is the turn to present the deliverables that synthesize the work done by the people in the different work packages in this project. First of all, we must keep in mind that this project, as it's been said, was proposed during the pandemic. So everything was done thinking that it should work even in extreme situations, from a pandemic to a tsunami. Huge work have been done in terms of resilience, reducing the carbon footprint, digitalizing infrastructure, and promoting remote working. This is what our first deliverable is about: increasing resilience and anti-fragility of research and innovation, which is the work package 2. Yeah, you can applaud. It's a good work, synthesized in a few seconds of video, but it's a huge work, so I think it deserves the applause. Well, it's not the ideal of these projects to think of a university only focused on academics and researchers, but rather a university that seeks to facilitate the transfer to the business world. We have done everything possible to compile all our infrastructures, research groups, researchers, and connect them with the productive sector. And also in order to train young researchers and PhD students in entrepreneurship and innovation. This is what the second deliverable is about, which is called Bringing the Gap with Innovation Ecosystem, which is the work package 3. good question is how to engage stakeholders. It's quite an important task in this kind of projects. We have to perform different kinds of studies in order to transfer our knowledge to society, because we have to serve society. That's the focus of the third deliverable: co-designing, co-creating, and co-delivering for knowledge democratization, which is Work Package 4. You're going to upload a lot of videos during this afternoon, as you can see. Well, it is of key importance to do open science, to find a way to reproduce research and to make available our data at the service of society. And for this, it has been necessary to make an important effort to build an open science policy network. Our next deliverable deals with these issues with the title Building an Open Future, Fostering Open Science Across the CEU Community and Beyond, which is Work Package 5. Two more deliverables to go. The next one is the icing on the cake of this project, which is the Common Research Plan, sustainable over time, and that responds to the challenges of society. This is a task of this deliverable entitled Designing and Developing a CEU Long-Term Research Agenda, which will be Work Package 6. And the last deliverable, this sixth video, deals with dissemination of research, which is something increasingly important in order to maximize the impact and internationalization in order to respond to new challenges and also help to the career of the early stage researchers with CEU talent. Let's see this last deliverable video, which is called Dissemination of Research, which is Work Package 7. Well, we are done now with all the videos from the deliverables, and after this presentation of the deliverables by the work packages, we will move on to a panel session titled Science with and for Society, Responses to Transformation Modules. Because if science is not connected to society, it is like when we pay the gym and not go there. It's like wasting your money and your time, something completely useless. This panel session will feature the leaders of the work packages, so I ask the following people to come on stage or enter via video conference. So welcome to Igor Jerkovic, Vice Rector for Research and Quality at the University of Split, Christian Wager-Als, Coordinator for Transdisciplinary Research at Kiel University, Silvia Moroska, Vice Rector for Cooperation and Development at Dansk University, Godfrey Baldacchino, Pro-Rector for International Development and Quality Assurance at the University of Malta, Tristan Montier, Vice President for Research at the University of Western Brittany, and Laura Martin, the main responsible researcher of the reSEArch-EU project. Huge applause for them.
Well, good afternoon. This is working. Okay. Yes. Well, good afternoon, good evening, all of you. It's a real pleasure to have you here today, sharing our deliverables, milestones, outputs that we have achieved during these 3 years in this cozy atmosphere and in this panel session. Here we have representatives from the different work packages of our reSEArch-EU project. Igor Jerkovic from the University of Split is online. We know that Christian Montier, work package leader of the University of Western Brittany, had a meeting, and he was going to do his best to join us, but as far as I see, now he's not online yet. Well, it's a pleasure to have you in this panel session. I think it's a good opportunity to share with some stakeholders, with the rest of the participants of the project, to share which one are our impressions about the different work packages and the activities that we have been performed. I would like, first of all, to, although it has been already said, reSEArch-EU project is a Science with and for Society project that is built or was built in order to support and increase research and innovation of the CEU Alliance. It's important to take into consideration and that different areas were tackled, and with this project, we try to provide our alliance with resilience, with supporting transfer of technology, supporting transfer of knowledge, open science, and supporting early research career of different researchers, and of course to provide with a long-term research agenda. I would like to start with Igor from the University of Split, Work Package leader of the Work Package number 2. Good afternoon, Igor.
Oh,
okay, we can listen to him. Yes. Well, I hope we can listen to him in a better way. Is everything working all right on sound? Okay, I hope so. Well, anyway, Igor, I would like to you to let us know a little bit about the impact of your work package number 2. It's true that you have been leading a work package in which it has been work in resilience. It has been work in digitalization, in creating a roadmap for remotization, and also analyzing how we can go greener in research. It's a work package that provides sustainability. It's a work package that provides innovation, and also provides an increase all the human capital. It's a work package that increases the strength of our human capital. I would like you to share with us which one do you think are the most impactful achievements of this work package in regards of increasing human capital.
Thank you for your question. So first of all, it was a pleasure to work with all of you, and I hope that we will continue in the next project similar or maybe more related to the research. So the main objectives of the work package 2 was to provide a systematic approach and the transformation of universities toward the building and increasing the capacities of research and innovation ecosystem, not to only resist, but to thrive and in extraordinary situations and other unforeseen shocks. Activities we have done in the project, which increase the impact in research and innovation of the CEU Alliance, are following: establishment of anti-fragility think tank, development of a roadmap for digital transformation of research and innovation, developed case study about remote work and the remotization of infrastructure for research and innovation, establishment of a virtual platform of CEU Academy, and developing greening research and innovation practices, which was tasked from the UBO in our work package. These actions contributed to the increased resilience and anti-fragility of universities in the CEU Alliance, with a focus on capacity building, digital transformation, remote work, and sustainability in research and innovation practices. The actions indicated a comprehensive and strategic approach to achieving long-term impact in the Alliance research and innovation ecosystem. So this was in short description and the main deliverables of our work package 2.
It's really impressive in the sense that all these activities, all these outputs, they are I mean, closely related with the sustainability of the alliance and with the resilience of the alliance and the participants of this alliance. So how we can do other practices, apply digitalization to our research, or do or share infrastructure in a remote way, or taking into consideration how we can reduce carbon footprint when we do research. They all are issues, very important issues, in all what regards sustainability. Thank you very much, Igor.
I would like just to say greetings to all of you, because I will have to go for another meeting, and Thea will be present in case you will need to discuss anything else. It was really a pleasure to work with you all, and I'm happy that we are continuing with CEAU 2.0, and I hope that we will have some new similar project like this one. So thank you for your collaboration, and I hope to see you soon, not like this online, but in real.
Thank you very much,
Hello.
Igor.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. We also have Sylvia from the University of Dansk. Good evening. It's a pleasure to have you here, leader of work package number 3, that deals with transfer of knowledge to the business world. You have get very deep in all what regards to facilitate innovation and entrepreneurship, and also with training researchers and PhD students in all what regards entrepreneurship and innovation, with the spin-off competence lab and a great platform in order to facilitate collaboration between researchers. Could you tell us a little bit more about this platform, this CE Innovate Hub?
Yes, thank you. Hello. 1, 2, it's okay. It's okay? It's okay. Thank you very much for invitation, and I'm very proud to be here with you today. Yes, our work package number 3 focused our work for cooperation between higher education institutions and the business environment, and CE Innovate Hub is absolutely one of the main important, from our point of view, output of our work package number 3. It influences of all stakeholders, it motivated them to be active and engaged. So it's actually consists of 3 pillars. The first is sharing good practices, the second is serving databases, and marketplace tool is the last of them. Each and every has different role, yet very aligned one to each other and other projects' outputs. For example, marketplace tool enrich the cooperation between economic environment and alliance members. Sharing good practices is a great database of what every alliance members can offer and or share. And it is very important to emphasize that this platform can stay live and be empowered and enriched easily by alliance members. So we think that we have created in this project the product that can serve each of us long term. And we think that it will be like the one window for business within our 6, maybe in the future 9 universities for the cooperation with the business environment. And we hope that it will be very useful and practice tool for all of us.
Thank you very much, Silvia. It's really important platform for the Alliance and for all the different universities. A very useful platform in which it can be found training opportunities. It can be found the infrastructure database from all the Alliance, research groups from all the Alliance, and a marketplace tool in which any company can, with the keyword, enter in the platform and look for a service, for a research service. So this is going to be available for all of us. So a great platform and a great. Thank you very much. And we have also Christian Wagner from the University of Kiel. He's the leader of work package number 4, and he has been working in all what deals with transdisciplinarity. That is a word that is sounding more and more at the European Commission level. Transfer of knowledge, engagement of stakeholders. Could you tell us a little bit more about this? All about this engagement of stakeholders, since different reports have been produced regarding guidelines and regarding the ways of getting more engagement with the stakeholders. Could you tell us a little bit more about your outputs?
Yes, of course. So thank you very much, Laura, for this question. So what we did within our work package, we were dealing with the questions how to involve stakeholders into our academic work. And what we did first was a kind of stock taking. We were checking what are the universities doing to support the involvement of society. And so what mission do they have, what vision do they have, do they support any infrastructure? And we found out that all 6 universities, they have a good support for interaction with business, that is very important, but concerning the interaction with administration, ministries, non-governmental organizations, fishermen, farmers, all other actors in society, there is hardly any support from infrastructural side. So all the reports that we, or all the projects that we identified, more or less completely relied on the enthusiasm of individual researchers. That is great, of course, if you have those researchers, but if there is a lack of support from the university, there's space to do more on that. That was the first thing, so taking the status quo. But the second thing that we did several pilots, activities where we tried new things. And one very important activity was the Transformation Lab, relying on projects that are already running, but exchange of experience. And we had 2 meetings, one in Brest, one in Kiel, where we invited in total 30 participants, explaining about their experience. Those were those individuals that are in dialogue with society for many years. And just to give a number, if you say we were talking with 30 people, each of them working for at least 10 years in such a society science dialogue, you have 300 years of experience with that, and that's a great starting point for further activities. So that was really a very enthusiastic meetings. And what we also did within our work package, we tried out new things. In Gdansk, you set up the science shop model, where you started the interaction of academic working groups with non-governmental organizations from the social sector. And this was a great experience where hardly other universities worked on that field before. And that's an experience where we all can participate from. So in summary, I can say it was a great exchange of experience, and we all learned a lot from ourselves. But there's a necessity to give more support from the structural side from universities.
I do know that all these pilot activities were very successful. We have some researchers from the University of Cadiz that participated in the transformation lab in Kiel. They are coming from the topic of geology, and they are working on floating and so on. And they came back really happy with the experience and with many ideas to be applied here at our university. Many different pilot activities, transformation lab, marine shops, citizen science activities. I really hope that we can go on with the commitment of the different partners university, we can go on organizing these activities. We have here Tristan Montier. Good evening, Tristan.
Good evening, Calix.
Oh.
Well,
I'm so
finally, you succeed
yes.
to connect.
I'm so sorry for the delay. I know that you were, jumping from one meeting to another one. We have liked to have you here physically, but thank you very much.
Welcome.
I think I'm going to give you the floor. I want to give you the floor first before finishing. Godfrey is telling me that there is no problem. No problem at all. University of Western Brittany has been highly involved in our long-term research agenda. As David Selva said, is the end of the cake, no? The most important ingredient that finishes the cake. This is a little bit how Chiki explained me when I started this project. Coordinating this project, I had a meeting with Chiki, and he told me, Laura, he explained me all the work packages, and he told me about the last one. Work package number 6, and he was telling me this is, the end of the cake, no? So that is taking into consideration all what has been done in all the different work packages. A long-term research agenda that, as we have said this morning, is taking into consideration all what has been done in CEDUDOC, all what has been done in Erasmus Plus 1.0, and is taking into consideration the goals of the Agenda 2023, the joint missions on the European Union, and also the areas of research of the Horizon 20 program. So I would like, Tristan, if it is possible, that you remark what do you think is the most important issues of the long-term research agenda. What would you remark of our agenda?
So first of all, I would like to thank all of you here in Brest with Olivia and Gwendoline, and of course Laura and all the colleagues. It was really important. So let me remind few steps about how we obtain this long-term research agenda. So first of all, we identify the research forces of the Alliance. More than 60,000 documents were extracted and analyzed in the first step with the 6 first member of the Alliance, and then for the three others that join us, and then we we match the research trends of the CEU Alliance with the societal challenges, and that's how we proceed. So first of all, I have to say that to obtain this common research agenda, we succeed to do that work together. And that's the first really important point. The second step is that we have real strengths in, for example, in agricultural science around agriculture, forestry, and of course fishery, due to our geography. We have also very good strengths in engineering and technology, especially in environmental monitoring. In the field of humanities, culture, history, and archaeology is also very important. And for medical and health science, cancer, well-being, systemic disease, and mental health are common topics in our universities. And sorry, I'm a bit sick, not COVID, but field of we share a lot with my patient, you know. So in the field of natural science, we have a earth and related environmental science, and of course biology. And in social science, sustainable development and economic business. And in all that field, we have really common traits, and we fit perfectly well with the societal challenge identified by EU. So we have to promote those traits inside our alliance to build some common projects and to incite the colleagues to go further and to build such consortium. So we have real interesting strengths, and with a really important capacity of differentiation. It's not specialization, it's differentiation due to our geographic localizations and our close relationship with the seas and oceans.
Thank you very much, Tristan. Interesting. I mean, we all know that many documents and a lot of information has been analyzed from all partners university, and that what is a very important point is that not only of the 6 university, but also of University of Algarve, North, and Naples Parthenope. So congratulations for the job that you have performed, and I mean for all the job the work that has been performed from all partners universities, because to provide all this information, and it has been also challenging for the rest of the partners universities, because not all partners universities they let's say they register this information in the same way, and it has been difficult sometimes. I would like now to go to work package number 5. Good evening, Godfrey from the University of Malta. It's a pleasure to have you here. I would like to introduce this work package asking how many of you are aware that the research assessment, the way in which we are doing the assessment of our research is starting to change. What would you think? More of you are aware that our research is not going to be, let's say, evaluated, or is not going to be only evaluated, taking into consideration impact factor or journals. There are going to be other issues, very important issues that are going to be taken also into consideration. And in this sense, open science plays a very, very important role. I know that you have design and lead a very challenging work package, because not all universities were starting at the same point. You have to design groups, ambassadors and research officers to work together, and you have had to align. Goodbye, Tristan. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you so much.
Evening.
So what I was saying is that this, I mean, in this work package, it was necessary to design, to create groups for working, different groups for training, align different policies at different universities and countries with the European Commission was indicating, and also to let's say to design a program of training for researchers. So I would like you to let us know a little bit how talented has been this activity and which points have you taken into consideration.
Thank you, Laura, and I join my colleagues in thanking you and the organizers for hosting us for this final event of reSEArch-EU. To answer your question, I think really we need to start with an apology to these people here, especially the non-academics in the room. How many of you are not academics? Can you raise your hand, please? When you hear what we are saying, you probably wonder, what in the heck are these guys doing? How do they spend their time? Fancy words, meeting after meeting, travel. I mean, what else do we do, right? It's a big question. And I'm looking at the bag, which has the huge words science at the top, society at the bottom, and guess what? There's a whole ocean in between. Have you noticed that? It's a very powerful symbol. And I think we're really trying here very hard to try to bridge the gap, close the gap in that huge expanse of ocean that separates the world of academia, scholarship, and, well, the rest of the world, really, right? Society. How do we engage better with society? How else can we make a better contribution to society? That's why I want to start with an apology, at least from my personal point of view. I want to apologize because I do not do enough to connect with society. I don't do enough. Perhaps I'm too passionate about my research. Now, Work Package 5 allows us at least one other opportunity to bridge the gap with society better. Because, as you very rightly said, even the way that the academic profession is developing, the way that our career is developing, it is no longer just about what you publish. What you publish is the end of the exercise. And you've heard the expression, garbage in, garbage out. Have you heard that expression? So you know what I mean. A good piece of work is only as good as the data, as the methodology that goes into it. And we are more and more now being, in a way, forced, obliged to make that process more visible. Hence the word open. The overarching term is open science. And using the word science in the broadest possible sense. Please don't go out of this room thinking that open science is only about algorithms and numbers and statistics. It's everything. It's everything that can be researched. So the process obliges us to look more closely at methodologies, at systems, but also at people, of course. We need people to advance all this, to serve as ambassadors, in order to create a, let's call it an ecosystem. It's a favorite word amongst academics these days. To create an ecosystem, a community of people who are engaged, of people who realize that the research process, the way in which science bridges society, is also about the democratization of the nature of knowledge. Where does knowledge come from? And if I want to criticize somebody's opinion or argument, I don't just do it at face value, on what's written in the paper, but I can also do it by looking at the data itself. This is supposed to be the scientific method at the end of the day, right? One of the principles of the scientific method is transparency. It's repeatability. It's rigor. But it seems that it's only now that people are realizing, okay, how can I criticize a paper if I'm only faced with the conclusions of that paper? So there we go. I think it's a very interesting step. And of course, it's not going to stop here. One of the big advantages that we have done under Work Package 5 is to have actually trained a number of individuals. We call them ambassadors. We've also been involved with open research data officers, people who are in your libraries, in your IT offices or departments,
These are people who are probably employed in your universities already. They will not end their job with reSEArch-EU. They will stay there, and they're going to continue the revolution.
Yeah, there are some of them, they are here
Yes.
today from the University of Cadiz and from the University of Malta. Thank you very much, Godfrey.
You're welcome.
Very, very nice input. I would like to finish because we are running out of time, but before finishing, I would like to give a second round question very fast, just a sentence, and I would like you to let me know what, in your opinion, should come next to increase the impact of the outcomes of your work package. So, Silvia, what should come next?
We discuss about it all day, what tomorrow we will do with our indicators, with our tools, and we think that it is for us the most important question today. But from our point of view, Work Package 3, we think that our patent landscape tool and our common patent database is for us we think that it's good start to thinking about the future in our alliance with our new free partners, because we have together 900 inventions and we have the strong power to changing the world, to support our society in solving the huge, very important now challenges. After our work, we know that we have many common areas and we have power to solve, for example, via innovation in many areas. And now, after these 3 years, we know that 6 universities now, we have common following areas: artificial intelligence and quantum computing, for example, Internet of Things, cybersecurity. These topics are common for all of our 6 universities. And we think that it's a good start, the first step.
Okay.
To think about our future and to think that today is only final event, but tomorrow will be new start, and we must think about our tools, our indicators, and how we can use in the future for society, like my colleague said. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Silvia. Important reflection to take away today. And Christian, last sentence, recommendation. I mean,
Yes.
what should come next to increase the impact of your work package?
Yes. So, because we are talking about a broad spectrum of stakeholders, I would like to tell 2 sentences. The first one, the easiest, is read the good practice guide for transdisciplinarity that we developed in the work package, and use the recommendations that we have. But my second recommendation is focusing on the university as an infrastructure. So I know we have several vice presidents here in the room, and I think they have the possibility to support by infrastructure those scientists who want to work with transdisciplinary. So I think creating a place to go where scientists that want to do stakeholder engagement, co-design, co-creation, that they get support, that there's a support for capacity building on social skills, for example. I think that's a good step forward. So.
Yes, I think that, thank you very much, Christian. I think that is something that is lacking in many of our partners' universities. And it would be very interesting if this would be a commitment from our universities. And Godfrey, finish.
Can I ask the audience?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I have a question for you. If you were designing an open research data system, and you have designed it, what do you think is the next step? You implement it.
Use it.
That's your answer.
Okay. We really hope to be able to do it. It's like Silvia, you said. I mean, this is starting now. We are finishing now, but we are starting a new period in which I do think that commitment at different levels is very, very important of the different institutional bodies at the regional or national level, and also commitment by our university. I think that we have made a great job, and now we have a strong base to go on reinforcing research and innovation in our alliance. So thank you very much, and let's go on.
Thank you.
In this direction, okay. Go, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Laura and all the participants. After this first panel session, and taking into account that we have been at this event now for a while, a moment of relax is not a bad idea. We were tempted to give you 3 minutes of silence for a thoughtful reflection on all the issues that have been dealt during these sessions, but we think you will have a better time with a bit of music. I am going to present you an artist from here, from Cádiz, who is called Gonzalo Vadillo. He has just said me that he usually sings in English to a Spanish audience. So today he has decided to sing in Spanish to an international audience, okay? It's like a bit of a twist. So yeah, I present you Gonzalo Vadillo.
Crecen los árboles, Baker Street. Ya no hay columpios que me lleven hasta allí. Las montañas son tan altas que no dejan ver el mar. Crecen los árboles, los que pueden vivir. No existen mapas que me lleven hasta ti. Horizontes paralelos que no se dejan mirar. Solo quedó creer en la suerte. Tanto dolor, no me temo a la muerte. Ahora vivo en el sol, me cansé de perderme. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Se encontraron los intentos de volver a respirar, se anudaron los principios que no escapan del final y volvimos a vernos distintos. Solo queda hacernos más fuertes. Pudimos bailar las almas inertes. Ahora vivo en el sol, me cansé de perderme. Ahora vivo en el sol, me cansé de perderme. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gonzalo. I got a bit emotional. Well, now we are going to our second roundtable. We assume that we are not alone. And I'm not talking about horror issues or something like that, not a horror movie phrase, but because we are not the only alliance. There are many which have been achieved in 3 different goals. Many of them have Science for Society projects supporting the research and innovation in the alliance. For reSEArch-EU, it's been a challenge, a big challenge, to give continuity and sustainability research and innovation in the alliance framework until the project is finished. Because these projects are like planting a tree. If we take good care of the root, it can grow and it can provide some shade for future generations. But if we only focus on the leaves, we could be left with some kind of sad and confused bush. So to deal with these ideas, we have invited leaders of other European alliances. This panel is titled Sustainability and Continuity of a Strategic Research Agenda, Project Capability to Prompt Institutional Changes and Transformational Initiatives. And its participants will be presented by Fidel Echevarria, General Coordinator of the CEU Alliance. And maybe a big applause could be fine. Thank you very much.
So, thank you, David. So now at this second round table, we have the opportunity to compare our experience with this from other alliances. We are now sharing our expertise after facing similar problems and trying to solve them. So together with me, our panelists today, to which I am really grateful to all of them because, they are, as you can imagine, people really busy. But all of them attended our request to be here today. So in a brief presentation here, we have Isabella Baer-Eiselt. She's the Executive Director of the Alliance EU Connexus, which is an alliance really highly connected with CEU. We have a memorandum of understanding. They are also an alliance with, including coastal universities, and is coordinated by the University of La Rochelle in France. Also, we have Meritxell Chavez. She's the Secretary General of the Alliance reSEArch-EU. Meritxell is a very active person. She's not only coordinating this reSEArch-EU alliance, but also she's the manager, we can say, of the lobby of the Spanish universities included in alliances. And also she's very active in something that we call FOREU, which is the Forum of European Universities. We have monthly meetings in this forum, and she's also very, very active. She's the leader of one of the subgroups there. reSEArch-EU is an alliance coordinated by the University of Barcelona. Both, well, you have 9 and 8 universities included in the alliance, and EU Connexus and CEArch-EU are, as well as CEU, alliances that were funded in the first call in 2019. Our last speaker will be Agnieszka Kostiuszko, which is representing the Eureka Pro Alliance, and this is an alliance from the second call, so in 2020. You can say it is the youngest alliance in the roundtable. The Eureka Pro is coordinated by the University of Leoben in Austria. Well, in this roundtable, we would like to discuss about the different strategies of the alliances to ensure the sustainability and continuity of a strategic research agenda. As I said before in the presentation, in the inauguration of this event, reSEArch-EU, in the focus of this final event, is the SWAPS project that we got linked to the CEU Alliance. And in the same way, these 3 alliances represented here have also their SWAPS nested project. So my first question, a common question for all of you, should be, please give a short summary of the main achievements regarding research and innovation in your alliance and your SWAPS project. So please, Isabella, you first.
Thank you, Fidel. Thank you also for the invitation. I'm happy to be here. It's my first time maybe in Cadiz. And everything that I heard until now is very much in line what we did. I think it made very much sense that CEU and EU Connexus developed this pilot agreement, where we pilot cooperation agreement, where we put together observation teams, observers in working groups, where people participated in yours and in mine, working in the EU Connexus RFS, Research for Society project. So this is one achievement, I think, also. Developing and creating a working relationship with another alliance, a real concrete, in details, transparent, and working on common objectives relationship. So I think this was one of our both achievements also. The main achievement, what you did and what everybody, I think, in the Science, Reason for Society projects did, we worked on institutional transformation, and for starting this, we have to map. We have to see what the others are doing, how we find our common ground. And this was a long and intensive work that led, in the end, to structures and resources. Now we have developed certain specific structures, and we have created resources for researchers that can be used. That was something that was said also in the panel before. Let's see how they can be used and if we can continue promoting the use of these structures and resources. And one of the main resources that we created and where we put a lot of effort in is the Research and Innovation Information System, our RES. That was not only a technical issue, of course, it's about vocabulary, terminology, what is a research unit in Greece and what is a research unit in France. That can be totally different. And it's also motivating researchers to participate in sharing their profiles in this platform, in entering into communication with researchers in partner universities. So I would say this is one of the main achievements that I would to highlight. Of course, there are I found resemblances in all the presentations that you gave in the panel before. But this infrastructure for getting in contact and creating something together is something that I want to highlight. Only a second achievement, shortly, the research infrastructures, because I find it also very important to talk about this. We looked very deeply. We have a big work done on also mapping our infrastructures and creating a catalog for external service provision, for example. Looking at the prices or at the costs that these infrastructures create. And in the end of this work, of this mapping again, how everybody in our alliance and also externals can access these infrastructures and train the researchers to use infrastructures across the alliance from every partner. So these were the two highlights that I wanted to mention.
Thank you, Isabella. So now, Meritxell, with the same question about your main achievements.
First of all, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here to hear about what you do. And I want to highlight something is that this initiative is amazing because it has, on the one hand, coming from different places, different missions, different approaches, we have many things in common, I also have seen, but also have many singularities where you can benchmark. So it's very interesting. I think this is one of the, so this collaboration, not between you two, but between all of the alliances is good. I invite you to search the good practices of the 34 alliances in the document we prepared for the joint event 2 weeks ago. There are posters on each of them. So it's a map that you can use. So in our case, we also spent the first year mapping best practices, gap analysis, and the second in the policies and strategies and pilots and action plans. In the first part, something interesting in relation with your work package 6, I think, is that we test how to form the knowledge-creating teams, how put together researchers, doing matchmaking, identifying calls, and identifying or meeting together with the stakeholders to go ahead with things. And we presented 3 proposals. Okay, we got 1 by now, 1 we didn't got the other, and we are waiting for the Marie Curie. So this was a very nice and interesting process. And in the second part, in the pilots and action plans, our strategy is around increasing transdisciplinary research projects, open science, and career assessment. The reform that Laura was mentioning, very linked to open science, with a big core thing on inclusivity and diversity. And the things that we have done, we have prepared some tools for the researchers, as you have mentioned, 2 apps that it's very easy to find people in the 9 universities now, because we have added 1, and we have added them in the database, and also an expert guide. So this is part of this. We are also started networking of TTOs and the Office of Research, and we have done an award on open science training, training on open science and citizen science, and the manifesto. We have an action plan for a manifesto to go for the career assessment. All the universities, the 5 universities of the initial project and almost all of the Alliance have signed COARA, and we are trying to go through it together. So this is a summary of some of the things.
Okay, thank you, Meritxell. And now the same question for Agnieszka. It is about the main achievements in your case.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It's very nice to be here, and also congratulations on finishing your projects. As you mentioned, we are the second call, so we still like work in progress. But we already have some achievements that maybe I can share with you. We are a structure a little bit different. We have like 3 main actions. We have like a new open European research space, which included also the lifelong learning and interdisciplinarity. We have a new human capacity, and we also have this focus on the human resources and research careers and the inclusiveness of the scientific communities. And we have an action of the shared resources, and this is the shared innovation and shared research structures. So the achievements in these 3 actions so far are, of course, as your projects are also mapping and piloting actions. And for example, we conduct an interdisciplinary workshop for scientists. We prepared a model of the cognitive and practical interdisciplinary collaboration. We prepared a report on citizen science issues. We also had created a database for the career skills for the researchers, and also conducted a workshop on career development for researchers and the brain drain, which also attacked our alliance. We have analysis of the state of the inclusiveness and diversity at our partner universities. I think that one of the main achievements is that one university, in fact, created and implemented the gender equality plan, which they didn't have before. And in terms of the research structures of the research and innovation, we created a reports database of the laboratories that we can share among the partners. We're still working on that. And also the documents about the project management at each partner university for the research projects. And also the legal status, because there are some, with the legal library, because of course there are some legal problems in terms of sharing resources, conducting research, so we're trying to work on that. And the last point, we're trying to go further to future innovation structures, joint TTOs maybe, and the model of innovation, joint innovation in our alliance.
Okay, thank you, Agnieszka. So I have a second question, and to ask you what you consider to be the most important lines of action that can ensure the sustainability and continuity of the research and innovation strategy in your alliance, as is included in the title of this roundtable. To put this second question in context, I would like to, I think it is worth recalling that there has been a recent call for proposal under the Guaidera program, which will allow some of the alliances to continue the activities we have carried out in our SWAFs projects. In the last call, both EU Connexus and Eureka got funding, but not CHARMU nor CEU, so we are half and half. In this context, Isabella, could you respond to these lines of action, especially from this Guaidera project that you have obtained?
Yes. However, I would like to start with the note that EU Connexus has chosen to integrate the research dimension already in the pilot phase. So we had a work package already in the pilot phase of the Erasmus Plus program, where we had the development of the joint research area as one of the objectives. So there, from there comes the creation of the joint research institutes that are a basis for our networking. So we have 4 of these virtual research institutes. They start to function, but it's a long-term initiative to get researchers to work together. I think everybody knows that. And we also took care when we wrote the project proposal for the Erasmus Plus, the second call, the follow-up call, to include research actions. So there we put structures such as project development support offices or contact point for technology transfer. What did we, seed funding, we have also an action on seed funding in the Erasmus call, and networking and mobilities in general. So this is in the, and scientific conferences we have also in the Erasmus project. So there is some kind of synergy that we prepared already on this level. Before we developed the Enables project. EU Connexus Enables is the Videra project that we proposed, and it's firmly concentrated on the widening countries that we have in our consortium. So that is also the shift. It's not bad, I think, also the responsibility going to our partners in Croatia, Romania, Lithuania, Greece and Cyprus. So this is the Videra part in our alliance. It's a very dominant part, and here another element that I wanted to mention is that the research dimension is already very strongly integrated in the governance system that we have. So with the Research for Society project, the SWAF project, we have created a research council where vice rectors are responsible to bring forward the joint research area, in fact, and to not only validate deliverables, but also bring forward strategic proposals for the rectors in the governing board to develop this research area. Now coming to the Videra project, here what we take over from the, it is not perfect, of course, as a follow-up project to the EU Connexus RFS project, the Research for Society project, but it provides the opportunity to continue with this skills development of researchers, soft skills, transversal skills, entrepreneurial skills. This skills development is also a very strong focus in the Enables project. And also on the infrastructure side, we can continue to work on what we have started. With regard to the challenges, the Joint Research Institutes, the Enables projects will feed into the reinforcing or strengthening of our thematic framework. So there will be multidisciplinary teams creating challenges. We will have micro seed fundings also for incentivized PhDs and postdoctoral research on these challenges. So this will hopefully be in synergy with what is done in the Erasmus Plus project. It was foreseen like that, integrating what we get as structures from the RFS and adding to what we do in the Erasmus projects. It's all about coherence, and it's very difficult in this, you know it all, to provide coherence on different time scales with different funding instruments and various also funding objectives behind. In the Enables project, what we can also do very strongly is the open science dimension. Also that is something that we keep in this Enables project. And I already talked about transversal skills, but gender and research integrity is also something that will continue. So in the short term, we have secured some activities, I think, with this the gain of this funding. But yeah, it's not a lot of money, so we have to concentrate. The budget is rather restricted. We have a project over 5 years, so the Enables project will be 5 years. And there are dimensions, especially the innovation dimension, that that is already identified. We do not know where the funding can come from. We applied, for example, for the HEI Innovate call, higher education, but we didn't get the funding. And this is the area where we now are a little bit, dry on budget. And here, and it is also. Okay, there are funding instruments at the European level, and yes, we are invited to go for it, but there are limits. Just as I said before, there are limits of combining everything and trying to create this patchwork economic model for European university alliances. So in the long term, we will see how it works.
Okay, thank you, Isabella. So the same question to you, Merichel, although we couldn't achieve to this wider projects, but in any case, lines of action for the future?
The case is that one of the reasons that we didn't get, we got the threshold, but we didn't get the funding, but in part was because we're trying to navigate a call that is not pretending to support the follow-up, but trying to do this. No? So what next? We throw everything away, all the knowledge, all the trust and collaboration that we have built on this time, all these pilots and so on. So what we did is we looked to the rectors. Okay, we had the strategic board in November because we had our last meeting of the SOAS project yesterday. So in November, we sit the rectors and said, look, we have 3 questions for you. First one, do we need to go ahead with the research I mentioned, or CHARM is going to be only education? Because it's important for the researchers. I mean, they will be attracted for the education side, but not only. Okay, we are not going to keep them involved. So they said, okay, yes, because you know that we are fighting inside and outside, saying, why do you want money for research? And we said, we don't want money for research. We want money to support the research. So the second question was, which unique selling point do you want? Also, if you need to put resources on the table, you need to sell it internally, okay? So how we put this together. And the third was, we have offered them to put a plan to commit resources in year-by-year sequence. Meanwhile, we are going to look for some other funding, but committing for 1 year. So just to keep the momentum. Okay, so just to keep, because it's very frustrating. You are you are just with like a plane trying to start, and you arrive to the end of just for flying, and you are stopped abort the mission. No, not possible. Okay, so we are not going to throw the towel. I hope you neither. Okay, so what we have done, we also envision bridging education and research. And we put things already in the proposal, transferring all this open science, inclusivity in research, citizen science, etc., in the training of PhDs, in the training of the master and bachelor students, and in the professional development plan that we have. So this is something. We presented to the rectors actions that we have pilot that can have impact and not so many resources involved. For example, these matchmaking sessions with the researchers, or the Open Science Reward, or keeping this networking on the research offices, and some other actions that require more long-term vision. We want to have a joint virtual research support office. We want to work together in this career assessment, and for this, we are going to ask the money for 1 year, and we'll see later. But the important thing is that what we are trying to do is to give the researchers, young but senior also, the framework and the support, the tools to make the applying to projects easier, to transdisciplinary and inclusive projects easier, because this is what we build with the trust and the collaboration. We have done a Marie Curie in 3 months. This is impossible for a researcher to try to bring together people from 8 universities and do it, okay? Because you have the legal services, the offices saying, this is not going to happen. So this is what we are going to trying to do also for and let me say 2 things that are more conceptual. We were saying always that we are being more inclusive and widening with the alliances than with these wider calls, because the people participate in a balanced way. And there are data now. There is a graphic that says, has this contributed to bring you to the next level? And the non-wider countries were in the 25% or something. The wider countries were in the 70%. So we have been proved to be very effective. And the second is, I think we need, because the other question that is here is, do we finance excellence, or we are widening the pyramid of the people participating in research? I think that what we are doing in the alliances is also revisit what is excellence, because I don't know who say that in the work package of transdisciplinary or open science. Can we be excellent without the citizens? Can we be excellence without inclusion? How can we be excellence without open science? So I think this is the thing, so don't throw the towel, please.
Thank you, Maricel. And finally, Agnieszka, I asked you also about the future lines of action, probably in your case again, with this Widera project that you got recently, and you will begin very soon, no?
Yes, we're going to begin in March. For the Widera project, it will be High Eureka Pro, which high stays for the heritage and innovation. And we are focused on the 3 widening countries. It is Greece, it will be cultural heritage, Romania, which will be the mining heritage, and Poland, which will be the industrial heritage. So this is the goal that we reached for. And we will continue in our alliance and work on that. However, the topic and the action areas will be like very different that we have right now. And so I have to say that we have like a very similar structures like in Connexus. So we included already research and innovation a lot in our Erasmus project, so in the big Eureka Pro Alliance. And we also have the Research Council. We also have lighthouse missions when we focus on research and on our topic, which is SDG 12, responsible consumption production. So we already like included a lot of research and innovation in the Erasmus project, and we will continue in the second phase. We want to create also the project factory to help researchers to go together for the project, for the calls, and create an innovation living lab, innovation cluster to enhance the innovation side of the alliance. What is more, we decided to, the Eureka and reEureka Pro, we decided to create an SDG 12 hub, responsible consumption production hub, to reach out more to other stakeholders, to NGOs, to companies, to industry, and to transfer the scientific knowledge to society in that way too. So these are our actions. That is.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we are running out of time. I'm sure that there are many questions from the audience, but finally now we will have well, some finger food, I think, and an opportunity to ask our guests today about the details. I think it has been an interesting small sample of the alliances alive in Europe now. As you know, we are now 50 alliances alive, and now is open the last call. The expectation is to have 60 alliances in the final figure, with around 500 universities included in the alliances. Here is a small sample of 36, with 9 per 4 universities included, but in my opinion, a good example of the variety, the diversity of activities and focus in the different alliances. So I am very grateful for your participation today in this round table, and I ask for an applause for our 3 guests.
Well, we are now very close to the end. Our next stop is a video about our staff, specifically about the technical managers of the project. I've had the opportunity of meeting some of them, and the first thing that surprised me is how young most of them are. I mean, it's really offensive how young they are. Okay, so it's even more surprising because seeing the work they have done, it never ceases to surprise, because they have overcome a learning challenge with flying colors. They have assumed roles that go far beyond the technical issues, and in short, reSEArch-EU would not have been possible without them. If they had found this task to be too difficult, this project would have never gone ahead. So let's listen to them.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Maria Demkovaya. I'm a technical manager of the project reSEArch-EU at the University of Cadiz. I'm very grateful to be a part of this international family and to work forward sustainability, research, investigation.
My assignment to the reSEArch-EU project team was correlated in time with change of my career path. From being marketing expert, I shifted to the project management specialist. So the technical project manager position in the reSEArch-EU project was very much aligned with my skill set used in my new post.
This project gave me opportunity to elevate my career to the new heights, and it was a great experience for me. I'm proud to be the part of the team with remarkable individuals who made this journey unforgettable.
In this position, I have met a lot of nice colleagues from all over the Alliance, and I liked it very much to work with them on the same goals and see the progress that was made during the project and the results that came out of it.
reSEArch-EU was the first project I worked in within the CEU Alliance. It was my first experience with the CEU partners, and it allowed me to learn a lot about international work, about teamwork, and about cooperation between universities across Europe.
Participate in citizen science activities, having the opportunity to show that science is right for everyone. And finally, I feel really lucky to have been part of this reSEArch-EU project and have the opportunity to work with exceptional human team.
Big applause to them. Thank you all very much for making this project possible. I am presenting now all of them. Firstly, Laura Martin, coordinator of reSEArch-EU, whom you all know, and all the technical managers of reSEArch-EU, which will be Justina Sikorska for the University of Dansk, Sinead Duveler from the University of Kiel, Aldo Drago from the University of Malta, Maria Jankowaya from the University of Cadiz, Beatriz Diaz from the University of Cadiz, and Juan Ramón Real, also from the University of Cadiz. And also we would like to give a big thank you to Thea Pezo and Olivia Lahens, who are not with us today here in presence. Thank you very much. ¿Me quedo para ayudarte con
Le damos los... We'd like to thank our technical managers because they perform a great job. and they really support us in all the activities that we are performing in the reSEArch-EU project. There are many challenges, activities, many challenges, objectives, and I'm sure that without your support, our package leader wouldn't be able to face all these objectives. So thank you so much. We would like to have a present for you.
¿Te voy ayudando? ¿Lo voy dando?
So, thank you so much. This is for you. And here you are. Thank you. And just, okay. Thank you so much. And I ask for a big applause to them. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Falta la trina.
Thank you very much. And now I ask you, Laura, not to leave the stage because the time has come for her to her speech and also her farewell to this event. You need the support?
Yes, please.
Okay.
No,
Let's do it.
Because if not...
Yeah, sure. Acércamelo si quieres por aquí. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
No, there we go.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you very much. I was needing this because if not, I mean, I'm a little bit nervous and it's freezing. And to be honest, I'm a little, so I was going to be like this and it's not. It's not the way. So, we are arriving to the end. Again, good evening to all of you, authorities, colleagues, friends. What a nice evening. UCA team was so enthusiastic to be able to give the gift of a space to share our outcomes, share experiences and future perspectives under a cozy atmosphere. Share with academia, researchers, students, stakeholders, the fantastic work we have performed. Now, I'm not going to dive in the deliverables, milestones, or KPIs. I'm going to talk about other outcomes are not stated in the grant agreement. We have enjoyed different cultures, applied gender equality, respect. We have got aligned even if our starting point was different. We have helped in growing when we were not specialized on a topic, and we have learned from the most prepared. We have been tolerant, we have been resilient, we have applied digitalization, we have gone greener, we have been trained, we have worked together as a team. Now, we have CEU Alliance in the DNA. I'm going to talk about the opportunity that we have now, not the opportunity that we had to be funded in this project. Though the research project, through the research project, the Alliance was work towards intensifying and improving its research and innovation capacities through increased resilience, sustainable and open science practices, facilitation of innovation, engagement with stakeholders, and long-term collaboration across and beyond CEU. The opportunity comes now, with a long-term research agenda for the Alliance, a research agenda that should come together with a commitment from institutional bodies and the Erasmus Plus project. It should come together with a sustainable strategy, a strong sustainable strategy that is not affected by political changes at the national or European levels. It should come together with transformation of the institutions and reinforcing of human capital, not only of researchers, but also of students and technical officers. We all come away together strength from this fantastic experience, even though it was sometimes, many times, overwhelming. Do not forget this. If you are not afraid, don't do it. Thank you very much, reSEArch-EU team, for letting me learn so much. CEU Alliance, let's take advantage of this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Laura. I'm going to use this now. Thank you, Laura. With this comes the farewell, the moment of goodbye for this event. Thank you so much to everyone. You already know we have, after this, a farewell cocktail, which I think is something interesting after all these... sorry? Okay, we'll go to a video before the cocktail.
There's something there. I'm always searching, but I don't know where. There's nothing here. I'm looking for solutions to forget all my fear. There's something that I feel here. Looking for solutions. Looking for solutions. I was looking for solutions. Always searching. Always searching. Always searching. Always searching. Always searching. Always searching. Always searching, searching, searching. Always searching.
Well, this was actually the last video of the afternoon. Now, as we were saying, we have now a farewell cocktail. But before that, we would like to have a group photo, a family photo for with all the assistants. So please come to the stage and let's have this last photo. Thank you very much.